All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Underground Crypto Deep Dive Research Show. Do we have one heck of a show for you today? And I'm not late, you are. You're late, not me. Yeah, I'm running a couple of minutes behind here. It has been one heck of a day. We have done it all, man. 3 hours of sleep. We've moved furniture for people. We've ran hundreds of packages to the store. Chatted in the voice chat, we've traded, done all kinds of things. I'm trying to get my talking points to work, of course. But I'm excited. Yesterday streamed 4.5 hours, man. How about that, guys? Can't nobody say I don't show up. And it's not like we just sat around and stared at, the chart moving up and down. We were constantly moving the whole time. Lots of stuff going on. We did Flare ecosystem, the news, what's trending, our airdrop stuff. We added the ARC airdrop as well as the Robinhood airdrop. Yes, I'm just making conversation while I'm trying to get this to load. All right, it's finally loading. And we did a lot of stuff. How's everybody feeling? Everybody drop something in the chat about how you feel about the market right this second. Like, bottom's in, we're heating up. Tell me something. Tell me how you feel about where we are right now in the market. That's what I want to know. All right, now we're ready to kick off. I do apologize for the delay, guys. I am one tired SOB right now, but we're not going to let that affect us, and we're not going to let it affect our energy. We're going to keep it going. Whoa, there I am. All right, let's go. Crypto Bubbles, where we kick off the stream. And Underground Crypto needs some coffee. That's what he needs. I think I've earned some coffee today. Cyrene, look at that. Cyrene doing 22% and somehow has positioned itself in the top 100. I don't get it. Maybe it's a Claude bot kind of thing and everybody's obsessed with it. I don't know. And what's going on in my chat? How's everybody doing? We got Chris Goss. It says 333. My fellow lifer. Today was the lifer's birthday. Shout out to him. We love Sam. Man, I just couldn't say enough good things about that guy. He is amazing. Good evening, ladies and gents. Melissa says hello. Camsta, Ayo, what's up? Where's Blues Guy? I see Reliable J. Cryptic Quentin says numb dudes don't feel, taking it day by day. Well, that's a good answer. I respect that answer. I really do. And I'm optimistic, but I'm definitely a realist, and I'm definitely taking it day by day. I'm in a short, been in a short all day. I don't know if I've really lost any money, but so far I turned $10 into like 16. I'm hoping to add another $1 to that. And as you know, it's much harder to turn $10 into $20 than it is to turn $100 into $200. Like, the smaller the amount of money, the more difficult it is to double it, right? Because if you make one wrong move, you pretty much destroy your chances and start from like, what, 50 cents, $1? Now it's really difficult. All right, we got Monad up 11.8%. Shout out to Melissa. I don't know why it's become synonymous. Flare with Blues Guy, Monad with Melissa. Everybody pick a coin and we'll just associate you with it. That's how you can get your shout outs on this channel. Dash 12.9%. Canton Network 6.8%. A lot of upside here. Zcash, I know that in the voice chat. If you don't know, if you like to do some trading or something like that, or you just like to hang out with some good people, you might want to join the Discord and hang out in the voice chat, like one big group phone call where we got a lot of things cooking. There's a lot of really cool things coming, guys, to this community. Shout out to Mumba for putting that together. Yeah, you guys will know when it comes, right? Cryptic Quentin says, damn, I need a coin. Hey, pick one and talk about it every day, and then I'll associate you with it, right? Zcash up 13.2%, went as high as, I almost read the volume like it was the price. No, $380 right now. It's at $364. XMR still catching a little bit of wind here. I think Zcash is kind of the clear winner. It was Zcash that had all the people leave, right? All the supposed developers that left, and they really crashed it right there at the end. I don't know if that was as legit as maybe it was, you know, a forward public-facing thing. Anyways, XMR is up 5%. My coin is Hamsta. I don't think that's a real coin, man. You're going to have to give me a ticker. No one beats the Hamsta. All right, Hamsta Camsta. I'm going to need a ticker for that coin, though, or it's not legit. Morpheo, Arbitrum, ICP just is in the top 100s. I think that's crazy. I hope somebody made a bunch of money off of this. I never did figure it out. Melissa got farther than anybody with it. It did some ridiculous stuff. Is this the right one? Yeah. Or no. This is just. There's just, and then there's USDJ. That's what I'm thinking of. All right, let's drop down another 100. So if we toggle this drop down here on the crypto bubbles, right, you can see the percentages for the day, and they're kind of all over the place. 1 through 100, 1.7, 100 to 200, 3.9, 200 to 300, 1.2, 300 to 400, 1.7. So you kind of get the gist. This 100 to 200 really the biggest with the Rave DAO. Now, why Rave DAO gets a bunch of attention and people are excited about it, to be honest with you, no idea. They're going to do raves in real life. I know that there's a Vegas conference coming up. Bitcoin conference I think is coming up too in Miami. I don't know. I don't know why people are excited about this, or at least the coin. I don't know how money's going to get into the coin. It's just exposure. But it's so the crypto influencers can rave after their conferences if they want to. I don't know. A lot of the crypto influencers I see don't strike me as people who are going to be raving. Ham USD, there you go. ZBCN has been shotgun by Bala. Okay, sure. Whatever that means. Camsta's all in the sauce of all of the influencers. He's always talking about one or two of them. What's that mean, Camsta? We don't know. That's his coin he talks about. Okay. Blues has Flare. Yep. All right, I'll let him have it. There you go. Anything else is up for grabs, literally. Underground is all about meme core. I guess. I do fuck with meme core a lot. I don't know why I'm cursing today, but I like it. Probably because I have 3 hours of sleep. I've got like a normal night of sleep in the last 3 days, divided up. I'm going to wait until that Tron coin goes down. Then I'll jump into it. Oh, Tron? Oh, you're talking about USDJ. I don't know anything about it. It has the craziest low amount of volume. Don't overbuy, right? I'd play with like $10 because there's a good chance it's going to go up and you're not going to be able to get your money out. I don't know. If that thing was printing like that, somebody over there in that ecosystem would know about it. But Rave DAO just ran from 30 cents to $1.12. I'm going to be honest, probably short this thing back down to the ground, but I probably won't. Somebody else can take advantage of it. VVV is a very nice token, actually. I've been watching it for a while. It's up 13.7% today from $6.63 to $7.75. Ultima, Centrifuge up 12.5%. Shout out to Bankroll, man. Bankroll's been crushing it. He had 10 longs going today, and they were like all green. Shout out to him. He's been killing it and going hard. We've got Pith, Theta, Comp, some names I haven't seen in a while for sure. Aerodrome, love to see that. Grass, if you would like to trade your bandwidth. You already pay for your internet, right? If you'd like to take some of the bandwidth when you're not using it and let Grass use it for AI resources and get a little bit of their points and things that'll eventually hopefully be worth some tokens and stuff. I keep meaning to check on it and I haven't. I've been in it for a while. Do that and use my link in the description. It's a cool way to use what you already pay for and try to get a little bit more out. I've had it for forever. I've never had any security issues. I've never noticed it like slowing down my computer. I run the stream. I've got like 30 tabs open. Never had a problem. yeah, I don't know if you can consider that like a full endorsement or anything, but it seems good on my end. I'm rocking with it. Consensus Miami, who's going? Reliable J, man, what are those tickets? I'm going to go to the meetup for sure because I already RSVP'd to that. I mean, it's so close. How could I not go? Will I actually go to Miami Consensus or Consensus Miami? I don't know. I don't know what the tickets are. And I don't even know when it is. It's hard for me to keep up with all that stuff. I kind of wanted to go to Vegas, but I just can't swing it. I was gone, the other weekend and stuff. I got too much stuff going on. ARC 20.4%. AI Rig Complex. Hey, this token did pretty well. I said that I kind of liked it when we went over it. Blur 18.3%. Engine 18%. And you could just see, Mina up 11%. I would love to see Mina just bang because I have some old money in this coin. At one point, it was worth like $800. It's been a long time since it's been worth that. I don't even know what I bought it for, all that good stuff. Let's keep this show moving. If I seem like I'm a little spacey, it's because I am. I tried to catch a little cat nap, and that just messed me all up. And I tell you, 8:30 came way too fast. All right, VVV has Venice in its name. So cultural. It's funny because the town over from me, where I actually work most of the time, it's where I work today, is Venice. All that coffee slaps. All right. 2.5 trillion in market cap, up 1% in the market cap. Love it. Let's trend back to $3 trillion. How about that? Can we all agree on that? Let's make that happen. I know all of you guys got some bread. Throw it in the market. Let's get back to $3 trillion. Bitcoin, $71,941. Let's just call it 72,000. I am short. Let's pull that up. We can interrupt the countdown for these trades because I know everybody loves the trades. I'm up 66 cents or 5%. It's good. I was actually like negative $3. Of course, this pump that we had right here. I love how you have to click on everything like 4 times in the plug-in here. This pump, of course, I was working and my trade went totally south on me, and then I lucked out and it did like nothing but dump for the most part after that. I was trying to get at least $1 out of it, but it looks like it's trending back up to the 200, probably gonna break the 200 and crush my dreams. Looks like maybe when I was napping for 30 minutes we did get to about $1 profit. Oh well, I'm not stressing. I'm trying to turn $10 into $20 and use patience and diligence, low leverage. I consider 17x low leverage. That is somewhat disputed. Some people consider 4x leverage a good leverage. I mean, sure, if you have a crap ton of money, maybe that works for you. Doesn't work with $10, I'll tell you that. You'll be making 20 cents at a time. And maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's the patience and discipline that I need. All right, he said, Reliable J says 1K. I already forgot. He gave me the answer. I forgot the question. Oh, yeah, he's saying for, Consensus Miami. Probably going to pass on that. I got a lot of things I need to do with 1K. I literally have to spend 1K to fix the freaking air conditioning in one of my vehicles. So I'll be doing that for sure. And then I have a tiny bit more money that I'd like to deploy, that I've set aside to deploy into this market, and I'd like to spend that 1K that I deploy into the market or whatever could be worth a heck of a lot more. Oh wait, it hadn't refreshed. We're not up 66 cents. We are negative 10 cents. All right, we'll be monitoring that throughout the stream. Been in that short quite a while. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to building that portfolio. Tab in the Discord. Bottom of the bear market buys. One tab is showing what we've come up with so far. The other tab is actually for the chat. The first one you're not going to be able to message in. You want the one that says chat at the end. That's the one where you can drop your recommendations. And we're probably going to do a huge segment in the stream. Shout out to the few people who came over to the members only part of the stream that will be pretty much every day, regular practice, right? We're going to play some slots. We went Flare ecosystem stuff. We staked some Flare. We did all kinds of stuff over there. We did a couple other things, and off the top of my brain, I don't remember what they are. But that is where we will be doing the member-only part of the show. So if you want that, tell me that I'm worth $3 and buy that membership. Get those custom emojis, right? XRP $1.34, BNB $602, Solana $83, Dogecoin 9 cents, Hyperliquid $39.97, Cardano 25 cents, Chainlink $8.95, XMR $344, Zcash $366, Canton Network 15 cents, Memecore holding strong at number 23 at $2.64. What is it? Bankroll said he found this coin at like 5 cents. Man, if only he would have held that, he would have been really up. Avalanche $9.33. The stuff we buy when we're trading and or holding spot or whatever, that we end up selling for a profit and thinking we did well, and then later it's like, 50x higher, and you're like, probably should have just held that. But then you hold the coins long term and they do nothing. So sometimes it feels like no matter what you choose, you lose. HBAR just chilling slightly under 9 cents. SWE back to 92 cents. BitTensor 286. Very mixed on the 7-day between things being up and down. Very interesting. World Liberty Finance, they've been dumping that thing just to spite the president, maybe. I don't know, because it is definitely very different chart from everything else, and there's no real reason for that. Let's go down and take a look for, I don't think there's been any big news about it. Flare number 68 still in the top 100. We love to see that. Where is my blues guy? Vehicle maintenance is always fun. Oh yeah, Reliable J is he would know all about that. Yeah, they totaled my other car over an AC issue. Has anybody ever heard of this? Absolutely bananas. Reliable J's probably heard of this. When they just decide they've spent too much money on the vehicle. Yeah, they literally totaled my vehicle over an AC issue. It just blows my mind, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go to the crypto market insight and analytics. And today's stream, the whole series has been about emotional intelligence, right? And today's stream is why people defend bad projects for too long. I thought that was hilarious. I thought it would be a super fun show. I think that we all in crypto, even if we don't directly know somebody in person, we all know somebody who's just a huge fan of a crap project that hasn't done anything in a really long time, and they still love to talk about it like it's gonna do something, and they can't see the writing on the wall. And who knows, maybe they're the ones doing all the laughing at the end and we look dumb, but probably not. Says, if I was down there, I'd fix it for free, bro. Reliable J, you would be godsend if that was possible. But I understand, there's some distance. But I'm hopefully you're moving to Florida at some point, man, so we can powwow. I won't ask you to fix my cars for free, bro. But I would love to hang out with you. Says, we'll want AC for summertime. Oh yeah, we're already there. It's already hot. Bankroll in the building. I was just talking about you and your 10 trade strong today, man. I think it's going well for you, right? I'm around, getting locked into the charts through much love all. Absolutely back at you, Bankroll. And I don't know, I start so many things, I don't know if I finished my thought. Don't sleep on that voice chat. Come hang out, even if you're not trending. We talk about a lot of stuff in there. Mumba's got that thing rolling all during the day. Bankroll's in and out of there. Blues guy was in there. I was in there. Still Nasty's in there. I was trying to think of what his name is in the chat, and it's just not coming to me. All right, altcoin index 37 out of 100. Fear and greed index is 16. That's respectable. It's been bouncing around, but it's way better than the 5 that we had, 5 and 8 and 6 and 5 again, like all last week or whatever. That was some low stuff. I'm not going to say I hate it because those are some great prices, but I would love to get the momentum back to chopping around here. Yeah, Cryptic Quentin says I'll have to catch the voice chat one day. That would be awesome, man. It's also a really cool opportunity to chat with some people and connect on a deeper basis. Like right here, you can hear me. You know what I sound like, right? You can make some connection to that. You got me in the corner. You know what I look like. I don't know what a lot of you guys sound or look like. Well, actually, a lot of you I do because I've talked to you. But a lot of you guys who are, who I've never interacted with. I don't know what you sound like and stuff. It's nice to make that connection. All right, Fear and Greed Index is 16. It was 14 yesterday. Let's get into what is trending. Let's really kick off here. I don't want to lose people's attention. We just had 12 people. Seems like we lost a couple of them. Maybe it's bankroll going in and out on us. So here's what's trending. BitTensor. Wow. What happened to BitTensor, man? Look at this chart. Did they just decide that AI is no good? Let's dial that into the 24-hour chart. Dude, this thing fell off a cliff. Is it just BitTensor's turn to take a nosedive? $337 to like $286 in very short period of time. If you're being generous, 1910 to about 2100, of course, military time. That is not a lot of time. That thing just fell off the cliff. That would have been the short of a century. I don't know about that, but it would have been an amazing short. I don't know. I guess there's a shoulder head and the beginning of a shoulder, and everybody just collectively saw it and was like, I'm out. There is like, oh, what is this? Is this news? BitTensor moves to community-owned subnet governance. Okay, BitTensor plans to reintroduce a community voting system where alpha holders elect subnet teams. This aims to formalize community-owned governance, reduce centralized risk, and potentially restore confidence after recent events. I don't know. I guess everybody received that as super negative because they just absolutely dumped that thing on that news. And you could see that news was like right there, right before the dump. Sometimes people just see news and they freak out, right? It's kind of like with the whole Iran thing. Sometimes they say stuff and it's not even that big of an escalation, and then people just start dumping because they don't know. Sometimes fear of the unknown and they don't know what's going on will cause people to just dump. And you can see SN3 subnet 3, that's how you know it's in the Tau ecosystem. Anytime it has that SN, it did the same thing and it crashed hard. It crashed 58%. That's intense. Yeah, for sure. BitTensor with the dip. Also, if you like BitTensor and you wanted exposure to it, might be a good time to grab a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if that thing got bought up. I wouldn't be surprised if it dumped a little bit more and then got really bought up. This is a good project as far as I know. Biggest AI project. So we got McCad. Moment of silence for that level of failure right there. Okay, Monad, Zcash. Pudgy Penguin's always trending. Seems to be the strongest NFT project. Also making a bit of a head and shoulder, just like Tau looked, if it'll load. I mean, shoulder, head, and then you have like this really tiny, like half a shoulder, and it starts to dip. I don't know. My chart vision says that looks a heck of a lot like this. It just hasn't fallen off the deep end. And there's no, there's no saying that it is going to fall off the deep end. But man, that looked really similar. All right. Bitcoin, Cyrene, World, Liberty, Finance, Fartcoin, Hyper, Liquid, Avalanche, Pi Network, River, and Kita. Looking at some of these 7-day charts here, very interesting. No new tokens on this that we really need to go over. Let's go to crypto rank. Where are my pop-ups? I need to exit out of, so there they are. Never fails me. Old, dependable. All right, let's make it the top 20 instead of the top 10. I feel like we're flying through it today, but maybe not, because we've already ran through about 40 minutes. So we got 4s being advertised. I ignore the ones somebody paid money to put up here, because that doesn't mean that there's market sentiment around it. It means somebody used money to get their way here. Nomina, Solve, Aria AI. I'll be taking a little bit more of a look at that, although we have a little bit. 0.6 of a year. It's been around a little bit. R2, very new. Base, decentralized exchange. Stakestone, right. Giggles. Is this the same Giggles? We're going to be taking a look at that. One Football, we'll be taking a look at that. Portal, Bitcoin DeFi, been around a little bit, 0.6 of a year. Super4 and Hemi, again, also Bitcoin DeFi, so we see a couple of those. We had Stakestone, we had Redstone, so you can see a few coins running in a few different categories or niches, if you will. Mezzos, TrueFi, we went over yesterday. BitTensor, Raelius, we went over yesterday. Monad, and Opinion, which, shocker, is a prediction market coin. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this Aria AI. Now, if anybody here has done any research or is well-versed at all with things like, you know, running AI agents, Claude bots, that kind of stuff, feel free to help move us along here, because I'm going to start jumping into some of that stuff and bringing that information to the stream. It just seems like that information is kind of almost too important, right? Too important to miss, too relevant to this cryptocurrency to not have some kind of information on it. How deep we'll go with it, I don't know, but I'd like to take it pretty far. Thank God for these pop-ups. All right. How are we looking on the chart? Let's see when this coin came out. Looks like the 21st of August, 2025. Market cap 76.8 million. 141.5 million all-time high. Not a bad disparity. I kind of like that. Hasn't been out that long. Let's pull up the week chart. It'll make more sense. There we go. Wow, it had a really crazy pump, and then it gave it all back. But in the week, you know, it went low, but it didn't stay down there. Very indecision doji kind of coin or candle there. Aria AI is an AI game platform designed with its own IP-related gameplay at its core. So let's check it out. For those who know this channel, you would know that tomorrow is DeFi Friday. I look forward to DeFi Friday quite a bit. Can't wait to play some Z, all of our regular games, and hopefully find some new games. So this is really cool. Top Aria leaderboard win airdrop. So is this thing really pumping over some airdrops? Play to earn. Mint Aria Wishfront Pass to climb faster. Okay. But where's the actual game here? What do we got for a trailer? See, I've watched this trailer with you guys before, with you guys, with the team, with the squad. Anybody can put together a trailer. It's not even that great of a trailer. It's just like a picture slideshow. It's been kind of like, you know, 3D-ified. So people on here are called angels, or those are games? Those are Twitter accounts. Very interesting. Where's the game? Connect your X. Okay, but why would I want to do that? Where's the game? See, I hate when you come to these things and there's no game. Without a game, I just don't even know why you would care about this. You could watch on YouTube. I guess you could go to YouTube and really see what they got cooking as far as actual gameplay. They reached 150,000 Twitter followers. It's a milestone. Still doesn't mean that there's a playable game. I don't know. I'm not really all that excited about it until they actually have a game that I can play. Because, you know, putting out a really good game is not the easiest thing to do. It takes a lot of effort and work. and you don't just slap it up overnight. All right, we got Giggles. I don't believe this is the same Giggles. It's so low. It's very hard to believe this is the same Giggles from before. Nah, it only had a high of 13.6 million. Let's go to the all-time chart. Yeah, this is definitely not the Giggles that we were looking at. That CZ, I think that's just Giggle, right? Interesting. Let's go check on that trade real quick. Is it actually green? No, it lied to us once again. Probably should just get out of this, but it hasn't broke that 200 yet on the 1 minute, so there is still hope. All right, I don't know what this coin is. 38,000 and as high as 13 says Giggles is a social network where every post is tradable asset. That sounds terrible. I mean, what do you really have right now? You have Zora, which I did not enjoy at all. I tried to participate with Zora a little bit. I'm sure they'll keep marketing it. I'm sure they'll get a few people on there. Pretty mid if you ask me. Mid, I think, is being pretty generous. I think it's pretty dumb. Allowing users to bet on its virality. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, well, that's what Giggles is, and they have 38,000, so that shows you how much people are excited about that. And it's been around 0.9 years. Must not be very good. One football. This is interesting. Why do we keep getting like the lamest chart? Nobody wants this chart. We want the TradingView plugin. They must not have a chart for it, which tells you a lot. It's at 7 million though. I mean, it's doing much better than Giggles was. And again, 13.5 million all-time high. Looks like April 9th, 2026. One football, and I'm sure they're probably talking about like, you know, soccer football, not regular football. Ray says, don't buy Tau now. Wait for it to go under 200. Okay. Ray with the sauce. Welcome in, man. Thank you for being here on the show. Smash that like button. Free Discord in the chat and the description. And we be doing a lot. We got a lot of stuff to go over. So I hope you're locked in. And the main mission of the channel, I hope you're ready to raise that crypto IQ. And with that being said, I'd really like to tell you a story about why people defend bad projects for a really long time. Why do they do that? Thank you, Melissa, for hitting us with the Palau ID. All right. So at first you buy into something. All right, everybody ready? Strap in. Let's kick into gear here. At first, you buy something. And crypto feels simple. You do your research. You hear about a project. You like the idea, you see the potential. You take a position, and in that moment, it feels like a decision. But over time, something changes because the longer you hold, you hold something, the more it stops being just a position, right? You start getting attached to what you hold. It becomes something you're connected to, something you've defended, something you've talked about with friends and family over Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner. Something you've mentally committed to. Could it be XRP? Could it be Bitcoin? And that's where letting go gets hard. Because now, selling isn't just about price. It feels like admitting something. Admitting you were early, but wrong, or just wrong and not early. Admitting you believed in something that didn't play out. Stings the ego a little bit. Admitting you stayed longer than maybe you should have, and that is uncomfortable. That doesn't make your friends and family pat you on the head and say, boy, you're so smart. We're glad that you're here in this family. That's not what that does. It makes it look like you don't know what you're talking about when they're already doubting you in the first place, right? People don't like new stuff. So when you come in with a new topic and you're excited about it, they're really quick to tell you all the ways that they're pretty sure it's not going to work out. And it's hard to admit sometimes that they could have been right about certain things. So instead of letting go, a lot of people do something else. They explain, they justify, they double down. They tell themselves the market is wrong, right? Not them. That people don't get it yet. It's just a matter of time. And a lot of times, for the idea and the topic that they're bullish on, they might be right, but a lot of times the coin that really does it well will be a new coin and not the one that they hold, and they'll watch the idea explode. People make money while they still hold some old coin that is not developing and not delivering. So that is just a matter of time, and sometimes that's true, but a lot of the time it's not about your belief anymore. It's about your attachment. That's why they say don't marry these coins out here. And that's one of the most important behaviors to recognize in crypto. We've all done it. If you're new in crypto, if you've only been here for 2 or 3 years, you've probably done this at some point. Because if you don't, then you don't just hold positions. You hold them longer than you should. Let's get our regular talking points up here. Check back in with that trade, and we'll continue on what's trending. But anybody else feel like that? All right. Let's get back. Nothing exciting going on with that trade. Let's check out the website for this One Football Club, onefootball.com. I still don't know which football they're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's soccer. Join the 3.5 billion football fans. You see how they kind of just took the number of like football fans that there are in the world and then just tried to like act as if all of those people are associated with or care about this project. It's a very common tactic to just try to take like a talking point, like again, 3.5 billion football fans. I don't know if there's that many football fans, but it's probably pretty close, right? But to then just be like, well, join these 3.5 billion football fans here at One Football. Like, they don't have 3.5 billion customers, okay, or people using this. That's for sure. They'd be lucky if they had 10 million. They'd be lucky if they have 10 million people who care about this, right? Trusted by hundreds of the world's top club brands. Again, you got to take their word for it like any other partnership. No idea. I would think they'd have, for 3.5 billion in all of these top club brands, I think that they would have a bigger market cap. Don't you? A little bigger than 7 million in the world of professional football. I mean soccer because I'm in America, so let's just call it soccer because we have our own football and it's better. Ooh, spicy topic. Anybody else like American football better than soccer? Just me? Okay, moving on. So from here, let's go do the news. Let's go see what kind of news we got because the news cycles have been pretty interesting lately. Blues guy in the house. Don't worry, you were missed. He said, so sorry. Had a nap, overslept. Hope all is doing great. Underground, my man. Yeah, I tried to do that too, but I can't oversleep. You feel me? Because I got to start the show. So, man, it was hard getting up. Let me tell you. I don't know if anybody can tell, but I'm trying to keep that energy up. But I am tired. Hitting this coffee. All right, let's they changed this on me and it's really annoying and I keep messing it up. Please give me all relevant cryptocurrency news for today. Articles that are trending, whatever's trending on social media in the realm of cryptocurrency. Also, any big relevant world news articles. I was off to a good start, but then I'm like, I wanted to include things that might not be crypto related, but are going to affect the markets. That's what I should have said. Hey, what's up? Welcome in. This isn't a Campsta bedtime story. You talking about me. Well, I don't care. I'll never separate from Monad, Soul, Flare, ZBCN, and the rest of crypto. Just kidding. Hey, we're all trying to do our best. The thing about it is, it's really easy to point and be like, oh, you got married to a project and you held it too long. But like the people who've done like crazy X's, 100X on coins and stuff, they had to hold those things for a long time. Most people, right? They held multiple cycles, right? And when you hold multiple cycles, there's going to be that bear market in between the cycles that you did 100X, where people were just like, well, you turned 10 grand into $500. What an idiot. Who gets the last laugh? It depends on the project, and then it also depends on how long you hold. And not everything comes back from the dead. You're playing a game. You got to stay on top of that portfolio, right? All right. I thought it was going to give me some. Okay, this is what I want. So Israel seeks Lebanon talk after it bombed the crap out of them. That's crazy. That is one way to negotiate. Circle and Bullish fail to participate in something. Let's see what this is about. Bitcoin top 72,000, but Circle and Bullish drop sharply after downgrades. I don't know exactly what that's about. I'm not into the regular stock market stuff. I shorted the QQQ the other day, and that was about the most stock action I have ever really done. Well, that's not true. I bought a lot during the pandemic, and then I sold it when it went back up. For anybody who has never heard that story, drop a 111 in the chat of how I got into crypto in the first place. It was kind of it was random, but it was interesting. It caught my attention, I'll tell you that. So Circle dropped 10%. Nobody cares about this. I don't. And by everybody, I run the show, so I just mean me. I don't care about it. Crypto Quant, not Crypto Quentin. Crypto Quant says Bitcoin either rally driven or new long position in perpetual future. Well, which one is it? Says Bitcoin either rally driven by new long positions in perpetual future. So they think it's just people decided to get into big positions, and they think that's what's just running it. Honestly, a lot of these articles, when I do take the time to read them, they're just dumb. They're just by people who have absolutely no idea about the crypto market, and they're trying to analyze it as if it was the stock market, and it's just not the same thing. Spot Bitcoin ETFs post net outflow despite 31 million. U.S. Secret Service freezes 12 million in crypto tied to something. 12 million's not a lot of money. Tied to global fraud operation Atlantic. They gave it a cool name at least. Authorities disrupt more than 120 cryptocurrency fraud domains, cutting off key infrastructure used to target victims. Phishing scams are expanding beyond the digital realm, with scammers now likely using leaked personal data to reach victims offline. If you get a text saying it's Coinbase, call this number. That is false news. That is not real. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Lebanon must be covered by ceasefire agreement, French foreign minister says. Why does France get to have a position in this? I don't know. Do they have a huge stake in Lebanon? I don't get it. Why is the French foreign minister having anything to say? He's not even a part of this. U.S.-Iran truce should extend to Lebanon. Everybody's got an opinion, but nobody wanted to be a part of it. They just want to sit back from the sidelines and scream stuff like a bunch of parents watching a child's football game. American football, not soccer. I feel like they really did not give me the wealth of information that they normally give me here. The dominant story is still the Middle East. Yeah, exactly. All right, that's the news. Didn't seem like there was a whole lot of exciting stuff. Let's go with the dump. I did marry Cass. It went down. I should have sold, but I know that it will go up even more next alt soy. I can't talk, guys. Next alt season, yeah. Or so we hope. We really hope, and I think there's a good chance for it. I'm just messing around, but in all reality, there's always a chance that it doesn't. Blues Guy says frickin' French, putting their noses everywhere. Hey, and Blues Guy is French, so he can say that, and it's not racist. I don't know. That's my opinion. If you're of an ethnicity, you can say stuff and you're not a bad guy. Did I ever even post over here? Look at that. Bro, Memex is so much better than actual Twitter. I'm just going to say that because people like my posts. I even get comments in actual Chinese. Look at that. That bunch of squiggly lines means wow. They were impressed by my post. All right, I'm messing around a little bit, but I'm serious. I mean, it's funny, the Lifer was talking about it. He goes so hard on there, and he'll lose like 300 subs a day. It makes no sense. Obviously, they're cutting some bots or something. I don't know, but it is kind of interesting. Ooh, they got me live on here right now? I'm live on Memex. Your boys made it. All everybody talks about on here, because if you go to like home, it's all just meme coin lore, very little real posting. This person's drinking coffee. Is this what the early days of every social media is? Just people like just trying to find something to post. I like it because I want engagement. Yeah. If it's not like just artwork from a meme, it's like somebody's lunch. I guess that's what social media is for. Pictures of cats. It's not deep. It's not really exciting. And then people just commenting on every post, as if like they care about the post, and they don't. Whoa, who knows what's gonna pop up there? All right, moving on. You in Quebec? No, he's not in Quebec. He's in Edmonton. True, but Cass ecosystem is pretty huge like Flare. I believe it won't die anytime soon. I like the fact that Cass is proof of work. I like some things about it. They were on good track, and then I still want to kind of go back. It's funny, I'm on MemeX, live on MemeX. I'm crushing it. That's marketing for you. Yeah, what was I trying to say? They really seemed like everything went downhill for Caspa when they tried to roll out the KRC 20s. And I honestly don't know what went wrong. People were really bullish. People were on the Lifers channel talking about, meme coins coming out, that this whole ecosystem was going to be big. They were sending Sam free Caspa meme coins and stuff like that, and we were all gearing up for like this birth of this ecosystem of the KRC 20s and stuff, smart contracts. And then the whole thing, like I heard a couple people say like, it's supposed to come out today, and then people were saying, well, that didn't go well at all, and then all of a sudden Caspa just dumped, and it's just like never come back from it. I don't even know what went wrong. Do they have KRC 20s now? They have to, right? Cryptic Quentin says Nova Scotia here. Hey, the closest I've ever been is Maine. I used to go there every summer. Awesome, you guys are the best people in Canada, hands down, bro. I know, because when working for the airline, my favorite were from Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia just sounds cool. I don't know. It sounds like a cool place to be. I've watched a couple documentaries on it. But as you guys may know, anywhere that's cold, no thank you. A very short period of time. That's it. They do have KRCs. What happened though? They just it seemed like launching smart contracts was like the worst thing that ever happened to Caspa. Maybe something else happened around that time. Not really sure. Maybe we should pull it up instead of just rambling about it. And by we, I mean me. I want to include you guys. Let's go take a look at it. Yeah, Caspi was one of them. spicy. Sounds like pirate coin. It says, I don't know what happened. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what time frame it was, but it's got to be right about here, right? In this area. And then it dumped. I remember it dumping. And then it just dumped some more. I don't even remember it getting this relief. Let's see. What top is this? 12 cents. I remember when Caspa, I traded it up to like 14 cents, 15 cents. We were trading it with the lifer, hit some crazy runs on it, and then that was that. It still has 879.6 million in it. People still believe in it. Max supply 28.7 billion. Very random number. Most of it's out in circulation. Only 13.8 million in 24-hour trading volume. Very interesting. See what's the recent news article here. Caspa achieved 1 billion network status, evolved from early cents to become a $1 billion network, demonstrating substantial growth and market presence. 77 days ago. I mean, I guess take it from them. I don't know where they get $1 billion from. I don't see $1 billion here. I see 879 million. Maybe they hit $1 billion. I mean, they had to have been higher than $1 billion. I don't know what they're talking about here. They were like 3, 4, probably dang near 5 billion at this top here. Yeah, 4.9 billion. I don't know what that article is talking about. It's not exactly relevant enough to go figure out what it's talking about. All right, let's hop back to raising that crypto IQ in emotional intelligence very much in this week. Melissa says, I have Caspi and Casper. Yeah, Caspi was the one people were sending to the lifer and whatnot in that era, in that time. And then I don't really think it did all that well. So, why do people defend bad projects for too long? And it's just a funny way of saying people don't know when to let go and sell, and it's very hard to let go and sell. How about we all have this story? Let's flip this around. How many people have sold something because they thought, I've held this for too long, it's just not doing anything, and then it literally just took off? Like, I held H-bar. Bought in the bear market, held it for forever, was looking at a lot of things move and decided, man, I want to sell something at like, $2-3 grand to something and move around, get into some new coins, look for some new opportunities, get this excitement going again. And I ended up selling H-bar. And now, mind you, I've been holding H-bar for like 1.5 years, if not 2 years at this point, and it had done nothing. Literally sold it, and like 4 days later, it quadrupled in price, maybe more. And I was really annoyed, like really, really annoyed. Yeah, that really sucked. But I'd held it forever. So it's like sometimes you do try to make the right move and get out of stuff, and then you pay for it. A lot of times it feels like you pay for it no matter what. Positions turn into identities faster than people realize. At the beginning, a coin was just a trade or just an idea, but over time, it becomes something more. People start identifying with it. They follow updates, they defend it, they talk about it like it reflects something about them. And once that happens, objectivity becomes much harder. Letting go feels like admitting you were wrong. This is probably the number one reason why people have trouble moving on, because whose ego can handle being wrong? This is one of the biggest drivers of behavior. Selling something at a loss, or even just letting go after believing in it, feels like admitting failure. And most people avoid that feeling, so they stay longer than they should. The sunk cost effect is strong in crypto. The more time, money, attention, and something someone puts into something, the harder it becomes to walk away from it, right? It's like a relationship. Could be a friendship, could be another relationship, right? Bro, that sucks. I did that too. Yeah, we all have done it at some point. That's why we're trying to raise our crypto emotional intelligence here. Because it feels like abandoning everything they already invested in, even if the situation has clearly changed. And honestly, we look at tokens all the time that had rallies back in, the 2022, 21, somewhere back in there, like far enough back that it's old news. And it hasn't done a single thing. Like, we've had whole rallies like in 2024 where the coin didn't do a single thing. And people still running around talking about it like it is hot off the press. Social environments reinforce holdings. If someone is surrounded by a community that believes in the same project, and an echo chamber, if you will, it becomes even harder to step back, right? Because once they don't own it, they feel like they're not a part of that community anymore, because now it's just a personal decision. It's a shared belief system, and leaving that can feel like disconnecting socially, not just financially. Hope can turn back into blind attachment. Hope is powerful in crypto, but when it turns into attachment without reassessment, it can keep people stuck in situations that are no longer working. That's where behavior becomes dangerous. Some people defend because they need it to work, right? They put all their stock in it. They need it to work. I hear people say all the time, I just need crypto to move, because they put all their stock in it. And I don't point and laugh at them. I'm right there with them. I put a lot of stock. I wouldn't say I have all my stock in it, but I put a decent amount of stock and time and energy into it. I would like crypto to move too. This is an uncomfortable truth. Sometimes people defend something not because they objectively believe in it, but because they need it to work for their situation to make sense. That creates a bias. So what's our core insight here? Or as you would have said in the 7th grade, in consensus, right? Holding isn't always about conviction. Sometimes it's just about not being ready to let go. So just not ready to let go. And that's fair a lot of the time. But we got to get a little bit better about knowing when the writing is on the wall. Wow, in an hour. Yesterday was such a long stream, and it felt like today in an hour we just flew through a lot of that stuff. Wow, they just crushed us again. I knew I should have got out a minute ago, and I didn't. Well, there goes the dreams. No, I'm just kidding. I'm only down $1.48. It's not the end of the world scenario. Although I would like to get out on a correction or flip. So we broke above the 200 on the 1 minute. Now would really like to see some kind of flagging out. We're getting that first big wick, or I guess what they would call a swing wick. And let's see what happens. I don't know what this line is for. What is this line? I'm like, did I put that line there? Looks like some kind of resistance that I drew a long time ago. Yeah, you can see it here, 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 here. Support that, yeah. Alright, it's definitely relevant. Let's see, is it gonna keep pumping? Or is this a turnaround? Looks like it could be making a tweezer top. I mean, tweezer tops on the 1 minute are not the most amazing thing. Yeah, then a month or so later, a COD candle comes out of nowhere. Then you really feel bad. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it just feels like no matter what you do, it's going to do the opposite, right? That's how it feels a lot of the time. So the sooner it moves, the sooner it moves. Yeah, you nailed it, Blues Guy. Exactly. All right, let's see what happens here. I felt the pressure to do the stream, but I definitely, when we had this wick down here and I was, I don't know, up like 30 cents, I really did feel like I should sell it and wait to reposition. It's Thursday. It's not the best time for trading. A lot of volatility or a lot of easy manipulation, right? A lot of times it's very easy manipulation. But let's see. If we flag out and I lose $1, no big deal. Because if we flag out and the 21 comes up, we get our normal sauce. Might be a good time to flip long. All right. With that being said, let's run us a round of Panzerdog. Trying to get to 10K scrap so we can open 10 boxes at one time. And what's up with Panzerdogs, man? They really need to hit us with an update here. I hope they're working on something because it's just been way too long. It really has been. It's been way too long. The market is treacherous right now. Quentin, is it ever not treacherous? That's the question. I'm trying to double up on $10 because I feel like if you can double up $10 to 20 and then double that to 40, you know, like that's a good testament. But what happens is sometimes you hit a couple of wins, you start off real disciplined, and then you get significantly more bold and less disciplined as it goes on, right? So just trying to keep that same energy across the board there can be difficult. What I feel like a lot of times happens to me is I'm locked in and then I work on a job or, you know, I do something to where I'm not watching it for 30-40 minutes, and that's always when it does something insane. Like, how did that person kill me with all of my teammates right there, and I had them down to almost no health at all, and teammates were useless, that's for sure. I mean the bots. Bang, got him. MVP in the house. Let's go. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but man, I don't know what was up with yesterday's stream, but we just seemed to keep going and going and going and going yesterday. It was a great stream yesterday. Oh, I'm cooked. They're ganging up on me. And my teammates, once again, are absolutely useless. Nah, we can't go out like that. I need this guy. I need that kill. Why can I not hit this fool? There we go. All right, I can be satisfied with that. A good point. I've only been in crypto 1.5 years, though. Yeah. Definitely got to get a full cycle under your belt, and then things will feel very different the next cycle. And hopefully you still have some kind of hope or something left. And I'm just messing around, but, you know, that's how it goes. Oh, yeah, look at that. We didn't flag out at all. We're just going to pump. We're just going to rip. Nice. No drawback, nothing. I had multiple opportunities to get out of this thing. Story of my life. I like took a nap or had a job or something, and I just let it run because why not? It's very little amount of money. But really, that's not the discipline that I was going for, right? Come on down. Let's do our airdrop stuff. We got to stay consistent. He says I'm in too deep to leave now. Yeah, I feel you. I know this stuff. Like, I do mess around a lot. I know that this stuff is the future of of a lot of stuff. I mean, you could say finance. It's also the future of a lot of the back end of how a lot of things work. So I want to stay cutting edge. Sometimes you just got to wait through the not so exciting part. So we hit the GM, right? On the Robinhood testnet, let's deploy a smart contract. Boom. I like to do the smart contract like 3 times. I mean, trying to get a little bit of this airdrop is really a very low effort thing, to be honest. It's more about consistency than actual amount of effort. Then we're going to go over to our exchange. And we're going to do a couple of swaps. I mean, we don't particularly care, right? Because in all honesty, you're basically using testnet money that you got from a faucet. So you don't really stand to lose anything but maybe a minute or 2 of your time. We are so early, guys. I believe that. I know we say that a lot. I know a lot of times we point out a lot of things here. I'm bullish on crypto, okay? Obviously, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. I think we're ridiculously early. And you can interpret that how you want to, right? I think there will be good times in the near future, but we're also still very early, right? All right, we do this swap like 3 times. I don't know why it says we're on ArcNet. I guess we're on ArcNet. We were supposed to be doing Robinhood stuff, but ArcNet is the next one. Apparently ArcNet is basically Circle stuff. High potential they give away something. I'll take the time and energy to try to get something out of it, and I guess people will be glad they didn't do it, or they'll wish that they played along. We'll see. Time will tell. Let's do some swaps. That was actually on the Arc testnet. Now we're doing the Robinhood stuff. Is Enosis down for you too? Uh-oh. Is there trouble in the Flare paradise? King of Flare, tell us what's going on in your city. Alright, this is the second time. I'll do it one more time, and we'll consider that a win for just being disciplined and doing it every day, right? I don't know how many times I've done it at this point. I think this is the 3rd time, might be the 4th time. Let's go. Over here, all they have is Arc testnet, I believe. They don't have Robinhood. We'll do like 2 over here. Then we'll go back to GM. And we'll do our GM and deploy a smart contract. Just trying to create as many transactions as possible, as I always say. We'll just do 2 of these. And then back over here, down to Arc testnet. I like that when you click on it, it kind of automatically changes it in MetaMask to the right network. That's nice. Let's see, deploy Arc. Let's go. Yeah, let's hit it 3 times. 1, this will be 2. And this will be 3. All right. We did our airdrop stuff. Let's go check out that airdrop. Twitter that NW gave us. Haven't really found a better influencer with airdrops yet than this guy. Let's see what he's got going on. Oh, this is his pin post. That's why I keep seeing it, about the base airdrop. That one you got to spend real money. I haven't bothered with that one. So Selenium Season 9, they raised 70 million. 2 easy activations, same outcome USDC. Infinity name campaign. 70 USDC pool, 7 winners, $10 each. That's kind of weak sauce. Complete to enter. I don't know, like they're giving away $70. They raised $70 million and they're giving away $70. I mean, they can take that and shove it, if I'm understanding that right. Stay active on the Tempo mainnet. We were talking about that yesterday. It's just a great account to follow. I don't know if this is like in European or something. It says valued at 80K. It's got the dollar sign and it says 80.70. I'm pretty sure it's $80. Pretty dang sure that that is $80, but whatever. Maybe they got some. I know that in a lot of countries they don't use the comma like we do. They use a period. Seems really confusing. Wait, let me check. I could get in today. No, mine works. I just created a pair. APR is amazing. We did have some fun messing around with the Flare ecosystem. If you want to be a part of that, then you're going to have to come to the members only stream. Where yesterday on the members only stream, I forgot to make it 18 and up. And I'm very shocked that somehow we didn't get kicked off of YouTube. So I'm glad we didn't, but I'm very surprised that we didn't. Let's go take a look at chainers. Tired of clicking, we got you. Time is precious. Craft everything you need in one click. Okay, merge now. The hidden glade. Peppa found the hidden gem. I don't even know what they're talking about now. Get the treasure. Pop up after pop up. What are they even talking about? All right, they got another campaign running. See if we can get anything good for the farm. Still farming that BNB. I'll tell you one thing, this coffee, it's not working. And it's espresso. And it's still not working. My adrenals might just be beyond repair. Boom. Blues guy, give us our health fact of the day. How about that? Put Blues guy on the spot. Did I never plant anything? Oh, it wouldn't work. That's right. Nothing would load. None of my plants would load the other day, so I couldn't plant nothing. What do we want to hit him with? The lotus? Yeah, whatever. We're just going to kind of plant whatever because I don't think I'll be back to look at this today. And we'll go to our stall where we have 16 sweet potatoes. We will go and we will put all into BNB. I think it only makes sense to consistently do one thing if you're going to even bother to do it. Yeah, I do need a real nap. I got like 40 minutes to lay down or whatever. Getting up was hard. Let's just say that. It was like 8:25, which is why I was a couple minutes late to the stream. But you know what? I show up for you guys. So that's how much I appreciate my community, and I do my best to be consistent for you. I got to live up to my mentor, right? The crypto lifer, every day, always hitting, never quitting. And I can't call him my mentor if I don't show up myself. If you start making one excuse, y'all might never see me again. You know what I'm saying? Like if I make one, oh, it's all right. It's just I'm tired. I'm tired every day. That's just not a good enough excuse is what I have to tell myself, because as soon as that is a good enough excuse, you'll make excuses every day. Oh, it's the bear market. Not many people are going to show up to the stream. Nobody cares. I'm tired. Like, You can't do that. Discipline is everything compounded. You know, compounding finance is the ninth wonder of the world. Compounding anything, just being consistent, is worth so much more than people understand. Like coming to the stream every day and upgrading that crypto IQ, learning all about all kinds of different things. Has a value that you really just don't understand until you do it. I'm doing it for me. I'm also doing it for you guys, and we're doing it together. Excuses is a snowball effect. Exactly. And I want to be heavily disciplined, right? We all want to be somebody who we're proud of, right? And that just is what it is. And life just throws you curveballs, you know? And, yeah. And my sleep schedule is just out of whack. I don't know if it's just, I'm doing a parasite cleanse. I quit, you know, smoking any nicotine or anything. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't smoke anything else. But, yeah. And so, like, also, like, I was just up for, like, seemingly absolutely no reason at 6 a.m. when I went to bed at 3 a.m. I mean, what time did we get off the stream last night? I mean, it had to have been like 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that. We started at 8:30. Doesn't feel like we'll be going quite that long today. And again, I don't do the streams based off of like a certain time. It's not like I just sit here and watch a chart just to make a certain time quota. It's just what it wound up being. If it makes sense, it makes sense. And we seem to move through things pretty quick. I was lagging out there. Seems like it corrected itself. All I want is my free NFT. Just got to get to 1,000. We are almost there. It looks like they did a little bit of updating on this. The actual TNT looks different. Or maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. But you know, I asked myself, what's worse? Did I show up and I'm a little off, I'm a little tired or something like that? I don't know. I mess up some words live. Never me. Never do that. Or that I don't show up at all and people are disappointed. Or worse, feel like they wasted their time because maybe they would have did something else and then I didn't show up for them. You know what I'm saying? It's just always better that I just go ahead and show up. And I do believe that the stream really will be that big one day that I won't have a choice but to show up. Too many people counted on you. You figure out how to be disciplined, right? It's what a lot of us need, actually, to truly lock in, is we almost need some serious, what do you want to call it? Some serious, not reliability. The word is not coming to my brain. Basically where there's people counting on you. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, they definitely changed this. Or updated it or something. Okay, no point in playing this anymore. I wish they'd make the scatter last longer. Alright, let's go ahead and let them take us out, see what we get. He said, yeah. Hey, at least when I mess up a word, I stop and try to correct it instead of just running over it and acting like it didn't happen. 47 fear and greed index today, bro. Where in the world do you see that? Get out of here. I don't think so. No, the fear and greed index is 16. We went over that. Now, different platforms have different fear and greed. I like Crypto Rank because I think it's alternative.me, maybe, I think is what it is. It's alternative dot something. is the one that Lifer always uses. We went for like a month straight, every day checking them together, and they were always the same. I'm pretty sure that they literally just pull this in the back end from alternative.me or whatever it is. Where was I? Oh, here. This is where we were. Let's see what our prize is. Dun, da, da, da. Something good. Fertilizer. I need the... See, I get this legendary fertilizer. I need the regular fertilizer for upgrades. They're trying to make me buy it. I know what they're doing. Okay. Pretty sure I had something to open, but I don't know where it is. And back to the farm, and that's enough of that. Let's go back to our trade here, where we are down under $1, I think. Come on, where are we at? There we go. Are we falling off? Are we getting ready to bang once again? Maybe. It is kind of a little bit of a sketchy time. It is kind of like a slanted M, right? Of course, I'm short. I would love for it to dump. Let's go back to the 200 would be beautiful. Sir, crypto rank says 16 on the fear ingredient. I looked on Binance in the market cap. It gives me both 47. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't go off of those. Yeah, underground never messes words. Exactly. Discipline is everything. Motivation comes and go. Exactly. If you wait for motivation, you will really be out of whack. Binance and market cap says 47. I don't use those. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Alternative. I think it's alternative. I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong thing. Let's go down here. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah. All right. Never mind. I forget what the website. It's like alternative.me, I swear. Is that... I don't know. It's a weird website for what it is. But that's the one that Lifer always uses. Looks like the M with the measured move playing out. It looks like it should be a little lower. Roll over. Make a slanted shoulder, head, and shoulder would be nice. And we are an hour and a half into the stream. Dang. Well, it's doing the thing. I mean, if you look at the measured move here, it's a pretty good measured move. If you can actually get that breakout. First, obviously, you have to break this resistance at these previous local tops. Very local on the 1 minute. Looks like maybe 72,750. I got Bookmap up over here. Let's take a look at that. Got liquidity on both sides. The bigger red is to the bottom at about 70,500. I really would like to show you guys this. Interesting. I don't think it's really worth pulling up. There's really nothing there. I think we're probably going to that. It's 71,600. It's a big red there. There's some really close red at 72,300, and then that's it. So 72,300 is like right here. Should probably put a line on it. Let's put a ray on it. This is not the ray that I want. That's for sure. We'll make it work. There we go. So there's a decent amount of liquidity here. Looks like about 600 BTC. And we'll have to keep checking in with that. I think we're going to go ahead and do our countdown for the members only channel. If you would like to continue with us, roll some crypto slots, stuff like that, then you are going to want to have a membership. It's $3 a month. If you can't swing it, I understand. I don't know how you're watching the stream for 2 hours. You need to go to work. But if you just don't feel that I'm worth $3 a month, then that's cool too. You won't get the extra sauce and fun over at the members only club. Hint, hint. I was going somewhere with that, and then I just didn't. Yeah, it looks like we're falling. Looks like you did get the slanted shoulder, head and shoulder. Got that kind of trend line there. This one here. And you could be a little bit more generous and lock all of that in there. Very falling wedge-esque. I mean, it is a falling wedge. It tried to break out a couple of times and no dice. Back to the 200. I'm all for it. Let's just go ahead and crash this party so the short can play out. 71,600 is really not that far. Actually, yeah, it is pretty far. What am I talking about? Bang. That's basically the bottom of this wick down here. This yellow line. That's where most of the liquidity is sitting. And what happens is you start to fall down there and then they just keep building liquidity, right? And keep building liquidity. So first things first, gotta lose the 200. Let's go to trading view and set some alert on that local top there. Just so if we're messing around doing other things, I will actually still know if anything happens. Nice. All right. And then we will start that countdown. He says $3 a month in this economy? Exactly. Your boy is worth top dollar. Top dollar. Hey, you know I'm worth it. You know I'm worth $3 a month. What does that break down to a day? I have no idea. I mean, I'm not even, as tired as I am, I'm not even going to try to do that math. Let's just say like 3 pennies a day or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if I can pay $3 a month. Hey, it's tough out there. It's a lot of crypto you could be buying with $3 a month. It's hard to give it up. But y'all gonna pay $1,000K to come to Miami. I see y'all. Y'all going to Vegas. I'm watching you. I'm watching you guys. All right, I'm done messing around with that. Let's go to the members only stream. Come on down. Members only stream in 5 minutes. It's been initiated. There's nothing I can do. It's gonna happen now. And we'll continue to watch this trade. We're gonna do some crypto slots. It's breaking out. It didn't want to give us the love. Back down to the 200. It's probably gonna pump here. We got 72,300, basically where this blue line is. There's some liquidity there. But we could go there, make a lower low, and then come down. Very possible. Let me zoom out a little bit more on the book map and see. Yeah, 73,500. Oof. Yeah, that's nice. 73,500 is way up here. Do I want to flip? Do I not want to flip? Honestly, on a Thursday night like this, I don't even want to play. If we start breaking these highs up here, I probably want to get the heck out and just be out. That looks like a cup and handle, right? Doesn't that look like a cup and handle? Sure does to me. Odds are we're going up. It's a lot of flare. Yeah, Blues guy's right. $3 will get you quite a bit of flare. So grab that membership. You get some custom emojis that I made myself. And yeah, we're going to play some slots and stuff. It's going to be fun. I'm going to hang in there as long as I can. Three minutes and counting. Just want to say, all jokes aside, I appreciate everybody being here. Well, what would I be without my community, right? Anybody who streams knows how it goes. Without people who show up, this is a pointless endeavor, right? Let's go dump. Let's look at something bigger. Let's go to like the 15. What are we at? Stochastic's kind of high on the 15. Been really playing around with that 200 moving average, but it's been holding it. Very Bart Simpson though. Look at this. I mean, seen that pattern. Anybody seen that pattern before anywhere? The 1 hour looking like a head and shoulders. Anybody see that? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Sometimes you see the patterns in the stochastic RSI as well. And the 4 hour is pointing down. Looks like it wants to come down. I mean, you made this nice wedge here. You can see we've been trading all over it. I've been doing pretty good today. I don't think I've really lost much. I lost like one trade for like $1.50 and then turned around and made like 3 something. So again, trading very small. I'm trying to turn $10 into $20. I think that is a very humble way to go about it. Crypto Quentin says green heart. I don't know. When you look at it on like the 15, it really does give me that Bart Simpson vibe. I mean, it's a little bit more dippy and then straight across, but I mean, kind of same thing. I mean, you had it here in a smaller way, right? Boom. A lot of times when the market makes a pattern and stuff, it just keeps doing it over and over and over. You'll see the same pattern for weeks. And then right when you get real confident on the pattern and you're like, I'll double down on that, usually get crushed at that point, honestly. Then they switch it up. Let's get rid of all the stuff we don't need here. I mean, that big pump is held pretty well on the 15. We really didn't get much retracement as far as Fibonacci. The 15-minute 200s held up really well. All right, guys, 15 seconds. See you on the other side. I do have to hit go live again, but I'll pretty much do it right away. And we will start from our favorite song. Members only.